it's Kirsten from Lambie's Nursery here with the newest Tamagotchi. It's the Tamagotchi ON Wonder Garden. It is so pretty and so cute. So I did a video last year explaining how to play with the Tamagotchi ON, but I thought since this is the new toy this year, I would go ahead and do it again, but with this version. So let's get started. First thing you have to know how to play with Tamagotchi is how do these buttons work. So this button right here, all the way to the left, this is the A button. The center button's the B button, and then the button all the way to the right, that's the C button. So the A button is how you move around through the options. And when you get to an option you like let's say we want to play with the item box, then we hit B, the center button. That's how we select it. So we can hit B again, and again, and then we hit use, and then we can play with our bear. So let's say we select something we didn't really want to select. Then we can hit this C button to cancel, and we can go back. Now, what do all these crazy buttons do? Like, what do all these menus mean? So this is the profile and setting. For the profile, we can see our character and we can see what they need. So my Tamagotchi is a little bit hungry. They're on the first generation. They're a year old and they are broke. If we go back, we can see my profile and I can set this up when I go to the app. I can make my little character, but I have my name there and my birthday. And then for setting, we can go look at all our settings. We can set the time, we can set the contrast, which is like how bright the screen is. And then the sound, so we can turn the sound off. An icon is what you earn when you have like multiple generations, and you can do some of the more cool stuff in the app, or excuse me, not the app, the device. Like go over to travel to other town, which I will show you guys later in the video. Let's say our Tamagotchi is super hungry. So what we're gonna do is come over to meal and snack, fridge, and then hit baby food, and our Tamagotchi will get something to eat. How cool. And then if our Tamagotchi is a bit unhappy, what we can do is feed it a cookie. Aww. We can also play games with it. Now, let's say your Tamagotchi is unhappy. How do we fix that? Well, we go to Explore My Town, then we go to Store. We're gonna walk to the store. Then after we talk to this lady, we're gonna go ahead and hit Game. And then there should be 2 games for us to play. And this one is super weird. It was hard for me to play in the Japanese one at first. So we count the books. So that guy took 1 book. Now he's taken a total of 4 books. And now he's taken 8 books. Wow, he reads a lot. And then he's bringing back 2, so that's 6 books. So this game is all about counting. So we're gonna use this button to type out the number 6. And then we got it right. And we do it again. That game, we got some happiness points and some money. Money is so cool. Let's see how to play that second game. It's called Dressmaker. So if I remember correctly, the point is we press A as fast as we possibly can, which is really hard for me. Press. And I guess the more we press A and the faster we do it, the prettier her dress is and the more money she makes for the dress. So that's a pretty dress. And we got 60 bucks for our dress. Woo! My Tamagotchi is sick. See that little skull over her head, guys? I mean, she's sick. Okay, we gotta fix this right away or else she might not survive. This is so worrisome. Okay, so it's actually not that worrisome. It's really easy to fix. What we're gonna do is go over to the first aid kit. It's all the way at the end, and hit the center button. And then she'll get some medicine and she will feel all better and everything is cured. In my last video, people all the time were asking me how to discipline their Tamagotchi. I know this Tamagotchi I'm holding right here has the battery on the screen. That means it's out of batteries. But on this Tamagotchi, which is the original from the 90s, you could discipline it. That was a part of raising it. But in the Tamagotchi On, that is not a function. So like I just talked about when I talked about discipline, there used to be a light function on these older Tamagotchis. They actually still sell these in stores, but they are what we call the original because they were originally made in the 90s. Anyways, you used to have to turn off the lights when your Tamagotchi went to sleep. This Tamagotchi no longer does that. She actually goes to sleep on her own. She has a bit of poop on her on her floor, so we're going to clean that up by going to bathroom and hitting the center button, and then a mop will come and wipe it all away for her. Another way to do cleanup though is sometimes your Tamagotchi will turn brown or a darker color. So what you want to do when that happens is go over to bathroom and hit the bath button, and your little Tama will take a bath and be all clean. Oh, what a cutie. Sometimes though, your Tamagotchi, their room will be dark colored and super dirty and muddy. So what you do when that happens is come on over to the chest box and click this button that says vacuum. And then she'll clean her room with the vacuum. Oh no, my Tamagotchi is sad and it's saying my name randomly. Okay, this is a really easy problem to fix, guys. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go over to the meal and snack section, and we are gonna feed her a whole bunch. So let's feed her a few things of baby food. And then to make her happiness meter go up, we're gonna feed her a whole bunch of candy. But we wanna check and see how she's doing too. So how we do that is we go on over to profile setting, we go to profile, and then we click the A button, and then we see she has 3 empty hungry hearts and she isn't completely happy. So let's go back to food and go feed her 3 more meals. And then feed her a whole bunch of candy. That should make her feel better, right? So how do you know if your Tamagotchi is a girl or a boy? That one's pretty easy. We go over to profile, and then right in this corner is a symbol that either says it's a boy or a girl. If you don't know what those symbols mean, just look to see if it's pink or blue. So mine is pink, so she's a cute little girl. I was getting asked all the time in my last video about, or my last Tamagotchi On guide, sorry about that. How do you turn your Tamagotchi off? So I'm gonna take my silicone protection cover off first. And then, so to turn your Tamagotchi off, there's no button to turn it off. There's no way to turn it off. What you would have to do to turn it off is get your screwdriver and undo this and then take the batteries out. Then when you put the batteries back in, you can go back to where you were returned. It might not be the exact time, but it'll be pretty close. A lot of people asked me in my last video, how do I protect my Tamagotchis? So there are a couple different methods. I enjoy using this backing. It has a unicorn on it, a rainbow, says Tamagotchi, and it's made of silicone, and I got it on eBay. It is super cute and it was super cheap. And they also have kitty ones, I think, and maybe a couple others. They are super fun. Just gonna slide the Tamagotchi on into there. And then I know a lot of people also will get like phone screen protectors and then cut them to size to fit this little box, and then that protects them from breaking or getting scratched. I have never done that, but I've heard it works. I also have this silicone pouch. He's a little panda with a zipper. And I will put my Tamagotchis in here if I'm moving around or traveling and just don't want them to get lost or scratched. And then they zip right up, safe and sound. Your Tamagotchi won't play with you because it's asleep. Oh no, what are you to do? Why won't it wake up? Well, There were 1 or 2 versions of Tamagotchi in the past that when they fell asleep, you could wake them up when you hit this button. But this Tamagotchi isn't like that. So if you're really impatient and still want to play with your Tamagotchi, what you do is you go to setting, and then you go to time, and you set the time to a time your Tamagotchi would be awake. Pretty simple, right? And now your Tamagotchi's up. She's ready to play with you. So how do you pause a Tamagotchi? You gotta go to school, you gotta go to work. How do you pause this thing? Well, there are a couple different methods. Once you get to the 2nd generation or higher, you can go to this button that says parents, and you can leave your Tamagotchi with your parents for free. And then that only lasts until 5 p.m. What you could also do is go down to the Tamagotchi hotel, and you're gonna scroll all the way down until you see leave, and then you can leave your Tamagotchi there, but it does cost money. He's gonna tell us how much. I forget how much though. Oh, it's $10 per hour for them to care for your Tamagotchi, and I think you have to get it back by 7 p.m. Or if you don't have any Tamagotchi money, or you don't wanna do any of those options, because you can't, what I do sometimes is, oh, it's gonna play a little animation for us instead. Okay. What I do instead is I go to setting, and then I go to time, and I set the time to a time my Tamagotchi will be asleep. And then I leave it and I let it sleep, and I go do what I gotta do, like go to work, go grocery shopping, whatever. And then they'll sleep and they wake up at 7 a.m. So keep that in mind if you put them to sleep. They can't stay asleep forever. So let's say your Tamagotchi died. Why did it die? Well, Tamagotchis need lots and lots of loving care. So if you go over to profile and we check and see what the stats are, if any of these are empty and like there's nothing there for a long period of time, your Tamagotchi might pass away. And also, if your Tamagotchi has a skull over their head or a tooth and they don't want to do anything, they're very sick and they need you to take care of them and get them either to the doctor or to the first aid kit. And if that doesn't happen, they might also go back to Tama Planet, or otherwise, another way of saying it is they might pass away. So the main point of the Tamagotchi Wonder Garden is to have your Tamagotchi get married. So to do that, we go over to the Voyage, which is the boat button. And here's this guy, he's thinking about Hawaii, and he's snoring a little. Actually, he's a planet, so she's gonna go travel somewhere. I guess she's gonna go travel to Hawaii maybe, which is pretty cool. And once all this unlocks, you can go visit these places and you can meet new characters. And when your character becomes an adult, you can marry these characters and mix your 2 characters together. So you'll get some pretty cool generations. So let's go visit somebody. We're gonna bring a ball with us. And this is the hotel. We're not at the Wonder Garden yet, but she's met this little fairy and they're gonna go play for a little bit. So to go to Wonder Garden, it's actually a little bit more complicated. So our Tamagotchi has to be on the 3rd generation, which means it has to have become an adult twice and then got married twice and you would have had to have raised 3 babies. And then once you get that 3rd generation, what you want to do is go to the shop, hit shop, and then go to room, which I just missed, oops. And then scroll through until you find, I don't remember which room it is. Let me see. Until you see the Alice picnic room, and then you're gonna change your room to that. So you'll say change room. I don't have enough money and I'm not gonna do it right now. And then you go to your yard. So what you do to go to your yard is exit out of everything and then hit the center button. And then your Tamagotchi's in her backyard playing around. And then what would happen was you would be able to unlock Wonder Garden, which is where you unlock the Mad Hatter and Alice. And you can marry them and make some cool characters that look a lot like Alice or the Mad Hatter. So that's about it for what I have for the Tamagotchi on Wonder Garden and the guide on how to play it. probably in the next couple days, I will have a video on how to get your character married. But since she's still a toddler, we're not at that stage yet. She's definitely not going to get married yet. We got to wait till she's an adult. But I will definitely have that video out for you guys soon. I hope this was helpful, and I love you guys so, so much. I hope you have a great and wonderful rest of your day. Bye, guys.